Yes, hello and welcome back to another video from Smarlax Music Productions. Today I just want to show you guys a visual representation of how a compressor works. Alright, so let me just go ahead and get this API compressor up. Alright, from a audio suite perspective. So this compressor is not on the track. I'm just applying it on this region here so you guys can see exactly how this compressor affect the track. All right, so I'm going to show you. So as we all know, the compressor is a dynamic processor that helps to level instruments, vocals, or whatever is on that particular audio track. It helps to levels audio. All right, so what it does is try to squeeze the higher part in the audio. All right, so you can have a more balance audio going through. You don't have some parts soft like this region here. If you can see, my mouse are very soft in contrast to these other transients that are peaking at different levels. All right, so the compressor is like your hand and flat parallel to each other, and you have an object inside of your hand middle, maybe in a sphere shape, a round object, and you want to squeeze it to flatten it out. That's what how a compressor works. All right, so the threshold button, as we are seeing here, goes that's what is you're pushing down, you're pulling to set that ceiling level, so nothing will go beyond there, or if it goes beyond there, you would use the ratio button here to pull down that a certain dB to certain dB. All right, so this is how much you're gonna affect the signal. You're gonna pull down the signal. All right, and the attack is how quick the compressor works when the signal goes through it. All right, you can have a slow attack, a fast attack. All right, the release is how soon it releases the sound. So I don't think we can be any more clear or specific with that. All right, so that's how the compressor works. So we're just gonna play around the compressor now and see how it affects the sound. All right, and a visual perspective. Let's just run this track a bit and listen, see what we are working with. All right, that's about it. All right, so definitely we are working with this organ here. That's not bad, you know, not that it needs to compress. I'm just that much or anything. I'm just helping to, you know, show you guys how the compressor works. All right, so right now we are basically at 1. All right, not minus. If we are at 1, that means we are having, based on the compressor, nothing is really happening like that, as you can see. So let's just go. Right, you can see the compressor is working just a little, not even really reaching 1 dB, minus 1 dB. So it's hardly doing anything there. All right, we're gonna render it. See, it works a little. All right, so that's why they say when you add compressor on some stuff, it gives the color and so on. All right, so based on the default setting and whatever. All right, we could back it off some more, you know, and you would see nothing happening on the ratio if we do this. All right, So I push the ratio. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm actually playing from the track itself. When I go back it off, you see the compressor is barely working. Alright, if I push it, it starts to work. See, now we are getting like -3 with the threshold at its lowest. Alright, or at its highest, sorry. So let's go back here with the ratio, and we have it at basically 1.5. all right, so let's now set this threshold higher. My bad, I keep playing from. You can hear it slamming those peaks. It's very obvious. You can hear the dynamic change drastically when I push the ratio at 10. Now I move my release, and you can see how quick my VU meter is coming back over here to go back at 1. Alright, when I push the release, you can see how slowly it works. It's not even going back down to 0 on my VU meter. Once I really bring the release down, it's working very quickly. Alright, so it's going all the way back down. Alright, so it's basically active and be every transient going through in such manner. Alright, so let's put it back there for now. Alright, let's just go ahead and render this and have a look at I'm just showing you how it operates, and then I'm just got this setting, then I'm gonna render so you guys can see. So look at this. Let me just undo this. Undo. See how the transients are all over the place. Now I'm gonna redo it. See how the transients are coming down lower and lower. Alright, let's just release that, undo that again. Let's go with a lower ceiling here, threshold. Alright, and let's go with even at add more on the ratio button here and see. Let's just go and render this and see what it looks like. Let's hear it first, by the way. So it's really grabbing those high parts, transients, and at this setting, it's an extreme setting, so it's not only affecting the high parts, but it's these softer dynamics here, it's actually working on those as well. All right, I can prove that to you. I'm just going extreme so you guys can see, exactly what is happening. So let me just play it. You see, it's affecting that signal. So that's a nice way to set your compressor to if you don't want to affect that part of the signal, you can release it. See, it's barely affecting it. See, you can go to your lower dynamics, those transients, and you can see so you don't want to affect those because you need those to actually go up. All right, so what you can do now, you can actually go on this one here, and you can see how much reduction it is putting on the higher transients. All right, and that's what's happening in the whole signal now, in this whole part here now. Oh, my bad. All right. Alright, you can go with the release and according to your taste. All right, so it's actually working on this mostly, on the higher transients mostly. That's a good way to set your compressor, all right, for a track like this. All right, if you don't want to affect the lower parts and the lower parts are okay, and you just want to quiet the higher transients, that's how you can, a good way of doing it. Just expand, zoom out, zoom in on your track, and highlight the lower regions, and you can set the compressor how much you want to affect those. All right, if you want to affect it at all. All right, so that's a good way. So let's just go here and go right ahead and render this to see how it looks. All right, as you can see it pulls this thing and tighten it up a lot. All right, so we can even go down some more, and with this ceiling, you can see how much it works. All right, let's go back and move that attack just one glance down, and then you can see exactly what the representation is. You can look at it. Look again. Let me put it back. You can see how big these are compared to this part here. But as we compress, you can see a more uniform look with these peaks coming down to this. These peaks here are coming down. Those transients are coming down in contrast to this, the lower parts. Let's go again. Render. See? Look at this. See? It's more uniform. You have a more cohesive look. All right, so I hope I'm getting through to you guys, and that's how the compressor works. All right, you have a hard that's a knee setting over here. I won't even go to that because I want to keep the video as short as possible, because I know you guys you know, don't like the long videos and so on. All right, but anyway, that's how it works. We have this is very important. When you compress, you're going to bring the dynamic of the whole track down. All right, because it's more cohesive and go in the more context of the soft or transient. So you're gonna have to use some makeup gain if you want, and the compressor, or you use your fader to blend it in your session or whatever you're doing. All right, so this button here is what you're gonna use to turn on the makeup gain and the compressor. Right, so as you compress, you're actually taking the sound down, the whole dynamic down. So you want to make up gain, and you can use the compressor to do it. All right, for example, your track is at 0 dB and it's so quiet, you can do that, you know, to bring up the level. All right, so I hope this is this video has helped you guys to understand the compressor and its functionalities and how it works, and you saw the visual representation of what the compressor does. So you guys, if you understand it differently, or you have different explanation, I would love to hear from you guys. Just go in the comment section and comment, and you know, let's reason, and let me hear how you look at it, or your analogy. Like my analogy was two hands squeezing an object or a door or whatever. Let's hear your analogy and your ideas in using a compressor. All right, so that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed over the year. Bless up.